Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down, war and crime. Fight down, Nixon Rastafari. War and crime and do that righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Put crime away, put crime away again. Listen,
Yeah.
so just as I say, watch your man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates, prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down, war and fight, fight down, war and fight, Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah,
Rastafari, preserve all.
and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah,
Rastafari, preserve all.
me love Jah, Rastafari.
They did it in Beryl, and they lied about it. The very same thing is repeating itself again, where the Jamaica Public Service company workers on the ground are extorting and exploiting Hurricane Melissa victim. People left in the dark because they refuse to or unable to pay the men on the ground extortion fee in order to have their electricity connected. Yes, that is happening right in my community of Parottee. Call the OUR this morning. Call Darrell Vaz, Floyd Green, and the JPS for us this morning. We want to talk to all of them this morning. I'm sure they are going to deny it, as they always does. But I have credible information from people who will not lie to me and have no reason to lie to me and has no political motive. The same old is happening again. Greasing the palm of those who are meant to provide us public services. This is how corruption in our country escalate and darn well gets out of control. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning to my community of Parottee and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning. Welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us. I mean, the labor rights, them come out on me over Facebook already that every day I'm bringing down the government and bringing down my country. Do I have a country? Do I have a government? As a world citizen, do I have a country? And do I have a government? Do they, or in particular to the one you're speaking of, Andrew Holness, does he really represent Jamaica? Does the Cuban medical program not explain anything to you, labor rights? I mean, we know that you love oppression. We know that you love poverty, hard life, and hunger. So it is hard for you to see better, even if it's in front of you. But that government you're talking about that I'm pulling down is Andrew Holness in relation to the Cuban healthcare program. Is Andrew Holness really defending us? In relation to the minimum wage promise, is Andrew Holness really defending us? In relation to the Prime Minister's lie and deception of his salary hike, is Andrew Holness really representing us? A prime minister who has given the all clear to the Jamaica constabulary gangs, shoot to kill, judge or maker, body bag or stretcher. Does he really care? Well, I don't know if JLP or mentally equipped or intellectually equipped to answer such questions even to themselves. When if you come off our page, just see one and like and cut to the eye and pass. When you learn that aren't there yet, if you cut your eye and pass. Anyway, W Jarvis TV. Good morning and welcome, Baron. Good morning, good morning. Empress Deb, good morning. Laverne, Marcia Thomas, good morning. Lynette Jenkins, good morning. Colleen, good morning, good morning. Bros, Karen Wagwan. Look like Donald Trump kidnapped the gal master. All know I can hear gunfire. But they're supposed to, if Donald Trump not kidnap them out the road, them supposed to be coming back by weekend. Suzette Williams, how are you? Good morning. Joan Bailey Miranda Roddick, good morning. How do I pronounce your name now? Let me just say, Warrior, good morning. Detta Warrior, good morning. Who else is here? Denise Hilton, good morning. Jamrack 8766. Well, you said, Denise, them broke Black River KFC. Norman Ferguson, good morning. Good morning. Colin, Pamela Akola, good morning. Norman Ferguson, Raymond G. Evan Miller, good morning. Good morning. Elaine Turner, good morning. Good morning. And welcome, Violet Watson, good morning. Althea, good morning. Marjorie Lewis, Derek Blake, good morning. Errol Reed, Violet Watson, blessed woman. Morning, everybody. It is Monday, the 23rd of what's you might call it, March. I mean, you know, the year done already, though. Don't have enough start yet. So, preparing yourself to start by a Christmas present. Those are who still celebrate the bulldozeries. I'm going to call Flight Green for me then, please. Now, I'm not leveling any accusation. Let me speak in basic school term so JLP figures can understand. I'm not leveling accusation at Flight Green or Darrell Vaz in particular to this matter. Mr. Green is the constituency MP for my community. Mr. Vaz is the Minister of Energy, which JPS comes under his portfolio. JPS is a private public sector partnership providing a public service which it has a monopoly on. The Office of Utility Regulators, OUR, regulates what JPS does and how they behave. Now, I'm calling on all of these people this morning to investigate the claims of members of my community who JPS workers on the ground in Parottee deliberately refuse to connect people who are not tipping them. There are people in the community right now where their neighbor is connected. There's nothing wrong with them. All that is wrong is that they refuse to pay JPS workers on the ground the extortion fees to have their lights reconnected. This is disgraceful. This is outrageous. This is criminal. No, this doesn't look good for JPS as the entity. It doesn't look good for the minister. And it doesn't look good for the constituency MP. Therefore, Abinasar Cody, how you do? Therefore, we're asking them for swift intervention in investigating these claims. We're asking Mr. Green and Darrell Vaz and OUR to do, and the JPS authorities in St. Elizabeth and Black River to investigate what the hell is going on in Parottee. Why some people are connected and their neighbor next to them, which refuse to or cannot pay JPS the extortion fee, their lights are not being connected. There's various complaints, Mr. Green, coming out of Parottee. And I urge you to investigate these claims. Don't put them down as propaganda, because when we talk all the while, we're going to put them down as propaganda, this or that. We're asking Floyd Green Darrell Vaz, the OUR, and JPS to investigate what is happening in Parottee, why the workers on the ground are crisscrossing homes and only connecting for people who are paying them. The people are at a point of destitution in the community where them want back their light. A whole heap of them are JLP, they're willing to pay for the corruption. Not every JLP willing to pay for the corruption though, because some of these claims I'm getting are from JLP affiliated people, whether them vote or not. So this is not politically motivated. This is outrageous and disgraceful that after we lend JPS 150 million, the whole hog of insurance money, us, the people of Parottee, who was the most severely damaged of Melissa, we were left for last to go back on the grid. Our economic livelihood in the community have been severed. It's a fishing community, it's a fish vending community. All of those been severed. The little tourism we are going in the community, and everybody can feed back in it right now because of how Melissa mash up everybody. And JPS, after the people have been suffering from October to now March, November, December, January, February, March. What? 5 months? 5 days away from 5 months. No earnings in the last 5 months. The people of my community have been left to the mercy of charity because the government, when they say me a pull down, the government will labor rights say me a pull down every day, no reach Parottee yet. If I did Floyd Green alone to bring food and water around there, the amount of dead body wouldn't have a Parottee, not because of Melissa, but because of hunger and thirst. Five months of no earnings. So who fi pick up the bill? We are foreign. Carlton, morning. Who fi pick up the bill? We are foreign because we people them are Parottee not earning. So who should pick up the bill? Who should pay those extortionate fee to JPS? Or are you saying them now go get no light otherwise? Catherine Hypeness, Colin James. Them now go get no light if your extortionate desires not met. The people need to drop their political differences and tackle common issues that affect them. Now, Colin James, this is not a Floyd Green or a Darrell Vaz problem per se. We have corrupt people in all walks of life at Jamaica, but they are under a duty to investigate this because Floyd Green, who is the minister, who is the constituency MP, and Darrell Vaz, who is the minister, doesn't necessarily know or have to know what is going on the ground in my community. But what I'm asking them this morning is to investigate these claims. Don't just throw it aside, say a PMP propaganda. Don't just throw it aside that we are pulling down the government. These are claimed by the community. These are not something when we go to bed and dream about. Sonia, how are you? These are not things I go to bed and dream about. People in the community are complaining because neighbors left and right of them have to pay to have their light connected back, but because they refuse to pay, they still don't have light. This need urgent inquiry from the government. All of those 8 different bits me call out: Flag Green, Darrell Vaz, JPS, OUR. Because after the people been suffering for 5 months, no earnings, in a dark for 5 months, can't even drink little ice water or turn on little fan or little air condition. And this same government workers, because I explained to you here before, even though JPS claimed to be a private sector company, they're not. There's case law in England here that tells us they're not a private company. They are a public company because of the monopoly they have on an essential service in our country. Regardless of their private status, they are a public company which have a duty and is answerable to us, the people. But they will always use this argument: JPS is a private company. Not when it has a monopoly. Not when it monopolizes a service. Not when there's no competition. No, they're not. They're a public entity. They love to hide behind the private this and the private that. But no, they're a public entity. They provide a public service. They are in partnership with the government. And they provide an essential service to all Jamaicans, which they alone has monopoly on. Therefore, they are not a private company. They can walk and tell you the news, but it don't go so. We did an article put out on the JPS scam where the labor right them seem to start bite out of me over. But these people really don't listen. I don't think they want to listen. Have I uploaded the wrong thing? Hold on. No, I'm open. Sorry. I don't think they want to listen any at all, because it will be right in front of them. Sorry, I did not reach studio. It will be right in front of them. And rather than look at the reality, a reality that stares them down the barrel, where they will even see their very own community members and family members enduring that same problem, and they are in total denial. I mean, these people are protecting a guy or pulling down a guy who lies to us regularly, who have no qualms in deceiving the people of Jamaica. Andrew Holness' third term was by deception. Two of his major deceptive cards he used was the refusal to accept his salary. 3, the refusal to accept his salary, the telling us that no new tax, and the promise of doubling the minimum wage. He lied about all of those. We knew then, those of us in this quarters knew from then that Andrew Holness was lying. Andrew Holness was just playing off the people to get their vote. Now it turned out that these same laborites who go around during the election campaign telling us about how good of a leader Andrew Holness is because he didn't take his salary, because he's thinking of the people he lead. The Prime Minister immediately after winning the general election took his salary. Immediately. The Prime Minister immediately after introduced new tax. The Prime Minister immediately after reduced what he promised you in the minimum wage. Immediately as he gets back into power. But these are the very same people.
The Spark of Resistance, a deep dive into the Parottee.
These are the very same people that would have you believe that there is something special about Andrew, that Andrew is doing the best for Jamaica. But all the evidence says otherwise. It was a It's just crazy how these people refuse to even assess the issues rather than it's a continuous pull down. You cannot live in a society where the support for the government by his chief supporters are unconditional. That's a recipe for disaster. It is why the world is in this war that it is in, with no end in sight and no way out. Because there are loyalists, dead people that stuck behind Benjamin Netanyahu genocide for the last 25, 30 years. We saw the magarification of the second coming of Donald Trump. And we see the 1 p.m.ism of the JLP. Look at the debacles. Look at the debacles that Israel is reaping now, rightly so. They should have been demolished long time. Look at the quagmire that America get itself into. Look at the quagmire that America got itself into. Look at where you, the people of Jamaica, are. A government that told you regularly, we think of you so much, we care about you so much, that we will not introduce new taxes. This government, though, introduced new tax at the worst time in our history. The worst time in our economic history. This government introduced tax ban we and said JPS come and tell we say if we don't get with side hustle, JPS a walk on top way out a road like police. Murder help. JPS a walk on top way out a road and extort way like police. And labor right don't want with it talk. Look how long we sit on a Parottee and wait for little like labor right. And the fact that we live on a $150 million US, we still have to pay on an extortion fee and quiet, but we're not quiet.
The spark of resistance, a deep dive into the Parottee JPS reconnection crisis. The tranquil coastal landscape of Parottee, St. Elizabeth, known for its scenic beauty and hard-working fishing community, has recently become the epicenter of a fierce national debate regarding utility ethics and consumer rights. The headline, JPS overcharging? Parottee residents speak out against unfair reconnection fees, captures the essence of a community pushed to its breaking point. For the people of Parottee, the struggle is no longer just about the absence of electricity. It is about a perceived predatory relationship with the Jamaica Public Service that threatens their economic stability and social dignity. At the heart of this controversy is the sudden imposition of reconnection fees on households that have already endured prolonged periods of darkness. In rural Jamaica, where many residents rely on daily earnings from fishing, small-scale farming, and community tourism, an unexpected bill for thousands of dollars is not merely an inconvenience, it is a financial catastrophe. By questioning whether JPS is overcharging, the narrative brings to light a fundamental disconnect between corporate policy and the lived reality of rural citizens. For a resident who has lost perishable goods and income due to a power outage, being asked to pay a premium to have that service restored feels less like a business transaction and more like a penalty for poverty. The phrase, "residents speak out," signifies a critical shift in the local power dynamic. Historically, rural communities have often felt silenced by the sheer scale of national monopolies. However, the situation in Parottee has catalyzed a collective voice that refuses to be ignored. This vocal resistance is a direct response to what many describe as utility bullying, a situation where a service provider holds a monopoly over a basic necessity and uses that leverage to enforce rigid fee structures without regard for the customer's circumstances. In Parottee, the act of speaking out is a reclamation of agency, a demand that the faces behind the account numbers be seen and heard. Furthermore, the focus on unfair reconnection fees exposes the fragility of Jamaica's current regulatory framework. While JPS operates within the guidelines set by the Office of Utilities Regulation, the outcry from St. Elizabeth suggests that these regulations may lack the necessary hardship clauses to protect vulnerable populations during times of crisis. When a community is recovering from environmental or economic setbacks, the standard application of administrative fees can become a tool of systemic oppression. Critically analyzing this issue reveals that the unfairness is not just in the dollar amount, but in the lack of transparency and empathy shown by a company that provides an essential public service. The socio-economic implications of this standoff extend far beyond the borders of Parottee. If a utility giant can successfully impose these fees on one of Jamaica's most resilient rural districts without pushback, It sets a concerning precedent for the entire island. The residents are essentially fighting a proxy war for every Jamaican consumer who has ever felt powerless against a mounting bill. The darkness in Parottee has become a symbol of the urban-rural divide, where essential infrastructure and fair treatment often seem to favor the corporate centers of Kingston over the productive yet often overlooked rural corridors. Ultimately, the struggle in Parottee is a call for a new social contract between utility providers and the Jamaican people. It highlights an urgent need for JPS to move beyond a strictly bottom-line approach and adopt a model of corporate social responsibility that prioritizes community welfare. As the residents continue to voice their grievances, they are not just asking for the lights to be turned back on, they are demanding a system where the price of light does not come at the expense of their basic human rights. The resolution of this crisis will serve as a litmus test for the nation's commitment to equity, justice, and the protection of its most vulnerable citizens against corporate overreach.
Yeah. So JPS workers on the ground in Parottee ought to be investigated. We're calling on Floyd Green, the constituency MP. We're calling on the regulators of JPS, OUR. We're calling on the Minister of Energy, Darrell Vaz, to investigate the extortion claims. To investigate the extortion claims that is taking place in Parottee, where JPS workers on the ground are demanding to be paid for residents' light, house by house. House by house, JPS is demanding extortion money, bribery money, in order for us to get back a public service which we paid for. Not only that, we paid JPS for the service, but we loaned JPS $150 million US, the full sum of our catastrophe bond. The full sum of our catastrophe bond. Was loaned to JPS to get we back light in time. And the very same people which was on the brunt force of Melissa, which have to wait until the very last, these are the very same people who have lost all livelihood in the community, lost many houses in the community. These are the same people being extorted by JPS. Remember, JPS before Melissa, told you that you must prepare for raise the price after the storm. After the storm, them increase by 7%. So JPS increase by 7% to collect back from you, the people, to pay back the 150 million. Bear in mind that already pan uno bill, uno already pay for hurricane insurance. Look pan uno Jamaica bill. There's a thing pan uno bill where uno pay for hurricane insurance. And when the hurricane come, uno still have to take full insurance what to fix back Jamaica people, home and the country and the infrastructure, lend JPS to do them business. The same people who are extorting us. This need investigation. I know Darrell Vaz, everything for Darrell Vaz It's spurious, or the other word, malicious and spurious. We know say everything for Darrell Vaz is malicious and spurious. This though Darrell Vaz, this is not malicious and this is not spurious. This is the facts on the ground, what that is happening in Parottee, where people are getting in touch with me and are saying because we refuse to pay, our lights are not being connected, and our neighbor next door who have paid is being connected. This must be investigated. Not only that it must be investigated, it must be stopped. Elaine Turner, thank you very much. Not only that, it must be investigated. It must be stopped. And JP always have a thing for come out here, come say, a lie we are tell, a lie we are tell. What kind of lie? What's the benefit of lying? These are the lived reality. These are the lived realities that people are experiencing on the ground. People have, their neighbors have light. And it's not that anything wrong with their wiring or any wiring in the community. It's only down at the coastline. No get back light yet. Them working them way down to the coastline. But the rest of the community where current come back from last week, there are still people without electricity because they refuse to or cannot pay the extortion fee. And Mr. Green, as the constituency MP, who knows the community very well, it's easy for him to investigate. Floyd Green have a lot of delegates and workers throughout the community. It's not hard for him to know if this is true or not. It's not hard for Mr. Green to take a drive through the community for a few hours and do that investigation himself. But it's unacceptable. It should not be tolerated. Whatever is happening to the people of Parottee, we want to obey them like we want to obey the entire Jamaica. Where the people them just succumb to whatever barbarism the government enforce upon we. Everybody think if me sit it out, it's going to get better. Connect to the cheat post. Simple. Business. This is disgraceful and despicable what JPS is doing. It is wrong. It is oppressive. It is criminal. And we are calling on the authorities to investigate the claims. The people have been waiting for 5 months. The people of Jamaica use their insurance money, turn it over to JPS so we can get a better service in time. And now that JPS finally reached into Parottee, JPS I tell we say, dig deep in our pocket, or if we not dig deep in our pocket, we not go get no help. Andrew want us come here. Me find Melissa liquid on. and you have more money than what you can thief. You have more than what you can thief. Me, you have all sort of grand resilient plans. All sort of grand resilient plan for Kingston, not for Western Jamaica, where Melissa licked down, and where the insurance money, the loan them where you take from America, don't know how far you pull down your pants before you collect the loan. That's another story. With me, you have all kind of grand resilient plan. Me here plan to build resilience in a Kingston. Me here talk about the parliament can withstand a category what's it earthquake. Out of what money, Andrew Holness? Because the money, the loan and the insurance and all of that. And if you fix up town, and if you build parliament building, Andrew Holness, is for fix back Western Jamaica. Is for fix back Western Jamaica. The $6.7 billion US wanna borrow where few children them and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-great-grandchildren are going to pay them back to the United States. Our tax money will pay the catastrophe ban and the CRIF insurance and the Holness on a personal money. So we here plan to build all kind of thing attack, all kind of madness. Out of what money do? Out of what money? Because the money will come in the country. All of the money will accumulate after Melissa is to build back Western Jamaica, not the whole of Jamaica. Melissa never hit the whole of Jamaica. So we don't know how you get to talk about resilient this and resilient that and resilient in a parliament. A long time we not talk about parliament. So you must have money set aside for it. Or if you don't have money, we don't need building for do. The few little takaram you don't have the you barely turn up there. You barely turn up there. Why do we need a bigger parliament? Why do we need a bigger parliament? We have the one where we have the nothing happen in there. Nothing. Just nothing so. So what's the point of wasting money when Jamaicans across Western Jamaica is still under tarpaulin and zinc, is still homeless, is still left wondering all my economic livelihood have been destroyed. Oh, may I go start again? Where may I go start from? Oh, may I go... These are the things. These are the things where the money coming in the country for. Not for no thief by the millions and the billions. Not for no thief to the point where no thief so much no end up under investigation. It's to build back Western Jamaica. So them resilience me here talk about parliament and out of what money, Andrew Holness? Jamaicans now see the play now. You take out a loan. We take out an insurance for hurricane. The way how they liquid, we pass the threshold, so we collect two insurance, 250 million US dollars, roughly. Roughly 250 million US dollars. We take 150 million lend friend and company. The same friend and company where rob Parottee people right now. That almost 250 million wanna collect out of insurance money. It's our taxpayer money. Not Andrew Holness private public partner, our taxpayer money. The 6.7 billion US dollar where Andrew Holness go bend over for and give away free for and never even ask for a cent for it. It's our children, great-grandchildren, great-great-great-grandchildren that are going to pick up those tax bills for Jamaica after uno thief it off and whore it off and gone about the business. Mark Golden. Is Mark Golden and the PNP going to bring a bill to Parliament to scrap former Prime Minister's pension? Or limit it down to the regular state pension? Limit their pension to the state pension level. Because if the PNP want to show us that they care, taking away those money from PJ Patterson, Portia Simpson, Miss Siaga, and all of these, and Bruce Golden, all of these people who are collecting a prime minister salary, and uno want tell me say JLP or PNP care about we? When we can buy sugar, remember say inflation, tax, and food and everything arise with the war in the Middle East, prepare to go back to wood fire, because uno may don't even have coal for burn. Prepare to go back to wood fire, because uno just might don't even have coal for burn. This is the same Prime Minister. The same Prime Minister will introduce all of this financial burden on you. In your worst time, new taxes, deduction in your promised minimum wage, salary of $28 million paid to 5 former prime minister and their wives. I clarify, Beverly Manley was remarried to DK Duncan, so she would have lost her pension. I hope she has, because once you remarried, then you would have lost all of that financial status attached to your marriage, your previous marriage. So Beverly Anderson Manley Duncan would have lost her Michael Manley's pension, but because she was divorced before Michael Manley's death, but even the divorce wouldn't stop her from getting the pension, because even after the divorce, you're still entitled to your husband or wife finances. And many people don't know that. Many people think when you divorce your husband or wife, it ends there. No. After the divorce is just to sever the legality on paper between both of you. But when it comes to property and financial contribution, it really doesn't stop there. You can get your husband to maintain you until you chose to remarry, or until he chose to remarry. So I hope I don't make the wicked man them out there a getaway. They're still entitled after divorce for mine, and if you don't know, so then come in one good amount of money, yes, you can go after that money. Yes, you can. All right. Hey. Judgment. The PNP is not helping, and I'll tell you why. You cannot, and this is why I didn't listen this year budget, because I know exactly what Mark Golden was going to go on about. And I tolerated it before, on a yearly basis, before September 3rd of last year. I decided not to join the theater this year because I know standing at the dispatch box and going after Andrew Holness' credibility, which did not work 3 years leading up to the general election, will certainly do nothing at the moment. What Mark Golden and the PNP is making it out to us, we have no cards other than just making noise. But it's not true. It is not true, Mark Golden. This was a very powerful card played by Andrew Holness. Something that the PNP can play now, but because of their friend and lovers, the whole of them on both sides of the candy, the PNP don't want to rock the boat. When Andrew Holness was the opposition, he wasn't afraid of rocking the boat. Ask the PNP, those of you PNP supporters, ask the PNP, why are you afraid to rock the boat? What about this useless noise that you all get up and make, which it's not effective? It really is not effective. The people chose Barabbas, the corrupt, crook, lying, cunning, deceitful, narcissistic, sociopathic thief. The people chose him after years of going after his credibility. What then is the other role play that the PNP can go after? Because going after the Prime Minister's corrupt credibility isn't cutting it.
We don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament with a Minister of Government who has openly accepted responsibility, who expresses no regret for the act, where a Commissioner of Parliament has confirmed that the act is corrupt and has referred it for prosecution, and that Minister shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss the Minister.
With all the sympathy that one can have for support, this is embarrassing, not only to the government as a party, not only the PNP, but to the government, to Jamaica, to all of us. Our heads bow this morning with this sort of reaction to it.
So we have to take firm actions in this regard. It is a dark day for Jamaica, where the Prime Minister is unwilling or afraid to act against a minister in which the public has lost total confidence and in which the institutions of the society are all agree that this person does not enjoy their trust or faith and has breached the confidence that the people have placed in them. I believe that this has the potential, if it continues, to bring down the entire government.
A lot of you are aware of this clip. If it's your first time seeing this clip, particularly to you, the People's National Party supporters, ask yourself the question, what is wrong with the PNP? And why are the PNP playing games with us? Before the September 3rd election and Juliet Holness' behavior on the chair, They made it out to us, the PNP, that they don't have the number to affect anything that they're going on with, whether it be the legislative conundrum or the behavior of the speaker, the cronyism and the conflict of interest of the speaker. No, they didn't make it across the winning line. But the PNP have 100% increase in Parliament. That 100% increase has not shown us anything. Anything. I don't know about any of you. I don't see anything from this PNP opposition that will pull the government in line. The PNP have cards that they can play when it comes to Juliet Holness. They have cards that they can play when it comes to Andrew Holness' lack of credibility and integrity. Andrew Holness and his team then refused to sit in Parliament with Portia Simpson and his team until Portia Simpson get rid of Azan because of Integrity or Auditor General corruption report. A report that they said his practice was corrupt or whatever. And Andrew Holness refused to sit in Parliament with Portia Simpson until she removed Azan. This means Portia Simpson was legislatively dead unless she removed Azan. What the fuck? And PNP on a regularly defend me we cuss on you know, can regularly defend Mark Golden pan this bullshit with the one markage nonsense and nonsense when nah benefit we. Mark Golden and the PNP now do nothing. The campaign where we sit down on social media and campaign for Mark Golden and the PNP was a waste of time. Yes, I'm saying it loud and clear. It was an absolute waste of time. We still have Andrew to battle with for the next 5 years. We still have Juliet Holness to battle with for the next 5 years. You tell me, what is the change? What is the effect of change that the PNP brought with the 100% increase? Are they not still the same lackeys? Mark Golden has taken the revolutionary party in our country uptown. Up to you or any town. We not down here again. Socialism is a poor people thing. Oh, Mark Golden them. But Mark Golden was always a capitalist anyway. Just look at his business adventures. You can tell a capitalist by their business adventure. But in the political theater, wolves regularly get pulled over your eye and you don't even have a clue. Say, listen, there's a wool over your eye. And not just matter in your eye. There's literally a veil being pulled over your eye. PNP now look out for we. PNP look out for them fat salary. You PNP supporters, you're all right and you find something gratifying in Mark Golden charging at Andrew Holness across the dispatch box. For me, that's not enough. For me, who've done the study on political science, it's a theater. It's all acting. When they get to the tea room, it's a jolly good old argument. When the cameras are off, they drink and party together. They are the godmothers and godfathers for each other's children. Their children attend the same school. They attend the same clubs and venues. What PNP do? PNP only come there to collect the big salary. All PNP was working for is to get back in a power go thief. Oh, how PNP wish right now and never for them hand pan the walla wash. A thief is always a thief. And that's why we, the people of Jamaica, now go reach nowhere. Because we protect JLP and PNP corruption. And every cycle of JLP and PNP come, then get rich and walk well left way. Even the dead one, them still I get what we can't afford. When the dead one, them I get in a year. You have to walk the whole of your blood clot life for it, and it don't burn on no. It don't burn on no. So now pay Siaga wife. We not pay Bruce Golden. We not pay PJ. We not pay Portia. After with them thief already, and it no bother on. The government raise tax on you. The government duck your minimum wage. The government send home the healthcare worker them on the whims and fancy of pedophiles and child molesters. And it don't bother on you. No, not at all. No bother on you. All right. We are wait for God chariot, God heaven pan chariot. We sit down and wait for the first trumpet. Almighty God, me on upon judgment day. Me on upon judgment day. Can you sit down and wait for the first trumpet and all of the nonsense, you know? The wicked liar church. Lost on a vice. Can't call out nothing again. Have to accept homosexuality. Have to accept transgenderality. Have to accept corruption and barbarity. Everything the wicked politician them in the church them in the church them become open center for whorehouse now. Just ask the revival. It's like an aquarium. Ask them. But the whole of no crowd up in a church every day, while no children them a get shot, stabbed, and dying on the street, while no children them a fail in education, while government rip you off and extort to left, right, and center, and nothing is waking you up. Nothing at all. You see one war a pop with on there, so and just sit down on social media with the fuckery. And you are not paying attention because me no hope I go get caught off guard, you know. Because the economic Armageddon ahead when it comes to food and energy. I hope me I want to start buy up on a food, but on not prepare because I wait till the government announce it. When the government them does announce it, you're all going to have just a few days of panic buying. And you're all going to be left to the mercy of what's to come. But tell them this is how we're going to take down the world. Karine, how you do? Me tell them say this is a war where I go take down the world. This is a war that is going to take down America. If you can't see it yet, you may never see how you should prepare for what's to come. But what is to come won't be pretty. If you get caught off guard though and unprepared, you're going to be on the worse side of things. All of the government them a panic right now, you know. Now panic because no pack up over TikTok with the hope of fuckery and mischief and not pay attention to the world. That's why the whole of did go line up and take COVID vaccine for KFC and donut. Guys, a belly thing. Only Pano go lose on the luxury. Only Pano when I have to jump on bicycle like on me or foot it. You're going to have to go back on Ankle Express. The passion kitty life won't use to soon fall apart. Because this war is going to bring the world down. They cannot introduce AI, digital ID, and digital banknote on the current system where we have. Just like when they did want to impose the current system where we have to destroy the world system and structure in the frame of World War II, and then you have a whole new global order. Now, the new global order to come with the technologized society, the AI, the digital ID, and the digital banknote, them have to deplete and crush this economic settings. Why you think this war is so centered on oil and economy? They're mashing up the thing to make sure they impose the new system. Holy power will get caught off guard. Holy power will take the mark of the beast as just society evolving. Holy power, I go take the mark of the beast under the guise of society evolving. You dirty old churches. We were always told, let us pretend the last days scenario. Let us pretend the last days scenario that religious teachings normally embed in our psyche. Where are the churches that we were told that though our donkey carrying, donkey, our bicycle, our ankle express, and back to wood fire, come I tell you earlier on, we not gonna have no coal. So on Friday, the whole community go and go back a wood bush, go chop wood again, we serve for the whole week. That was our life in the 70s and 80s. On Friday, we not go to school. We jog water on Friday, we chop wood, and then we go sea, go swim, and pick sea grape and teeth people coconut and pranganut and all that, anything we buck up in our hand pan beach. Especially down a Crane Road, down the rich people them land, yeah. Preparing a life again to start knowing the entire community and where all of the little fruit tree them there and where things grow in a bush. And that enough for child learn. You understand? Because one thing to say, the fancy life, we're going to maintain it forever. When we have idiots who build weapons that can pulse the world and just destroy humanity like that. Where is the church? We are approaching Armageddon. We are approaching the last days. We were told, we were lied to, that is the church that will lead ahead of us in the last days. I mean, you're all still molesting children. You're all still stealing from the poor and the vulnerable. You all have massive bank, but you all just stole our Melissa money the other day. Yeah. When Wilmington tell us one church have millions in their bank account, and they refuse to help the people. But they took the blood money. The churches took the blood money. Dirty Donald Trump. Oh, God. You know the song, America, America, God bless America. I mean, God has turned around and cursed America, isn't it? But hasn't America always been a God-costed place? It's a place where they create the world's most dangerous weapon. It's a place where weapons are created and shipped around the world that cause mayhems in countries around the world. It's that country that rape babies, eat them and murder them and sacrifice them. From presidents to entertainers to the business community and influential people. That's the America. But it's the same America that we've been told that it is the free world. It's the beacon of human rights and democracy. That same America that will strangle its citizens on the street, that will shoot its citizens down in the name of immigration. That same America which violates human rights, international law, every waking day. That same America who funded a genocide on camera. Look at the state of her today. Look at the state of America today. But your leader, Jamaica, your leader, think this is the best pocket that I can stop myself into. The America which not only threatens war crime live on camera, but carry out war crime and struggle to find an excuse. The same America left on the back foot, begging for help to come and help me die. Because this is no longer about fighting the war anymore. This is about total decimation or death for Western military alliances. Look at Israel. We glorify the images coming out of Israel. By the time the Iranians finish with Israel, we should be able to pick up the entire country in one hand. One hand of sand. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning on Global TV. Lovely to have your support. As usual, join us back tonight for the people's point of view. And yes, Karine, that's the word of the day. Enough is enough. Jamaica people, have you all not had enough? Look at the young people of Kenya, how they rebelled against William Ruto tax, leading to a reversal of William Ruto's tax. But Jamaicans are out there defending. The man never tax with it 10 years. So if him tax, we know. All right, stop beg your family them a foreign. Hey, we're going to draw with an in a foreign, you know. And we're going to show us, say, we have more power than the tourist sector. We're going to draw with an. I truly don't like this suffering. Anyway, Jamaica people, world. Thank you very much. Let's keep standing behind Iran and say, go on, my son. Go on. Do it. Do it. Get the job done once and for all. Eliminate Israel. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon.
Little ghetto, run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So justify and I say watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night. We gotta bust down Babylon walls. preparing the way, preparing the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime, fight down. Me say Rastafari, war and crime, and do the righteousness. And we love, and we love Jaja, and we love Jaja. And we love Jah, we love Jah, we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve for people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates, preparing the way, preparing the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime, Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah.
I have to say this because I forget to say this. I already opened my window, committing me there go done, but never mind. The economic side of the war is going to step up a gear, which is going to make the crisis worse, because we already knew the Strait of Hormuz is already closed. But I don't know if you noticed that the Houthis have not joined the war properly yet. Hezbollah has joined. The Houthis have not really joined properly yet. Hamas has not. They're probably waiting to do the ground invasion that I asked them to prepare themselves for. But the Houthis will be joining the war soon. When the Houthis join the war, they are going to close off the Red Sea shipping lane, which the economic disaster is going to be worsened by that when the oil lane is shut off and the commerce lane is shut off. You understand the economic Armageddon coming to Western society? See you all later.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.